Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I teach agency owners, consultants, and freelancers how to make more money. Nothing gives you the willies like the word sales. It makes so many of us feel sleazy. In fact, I recorded a whole video on that, which I will drop the link to in the description below. But if you want to build a business that, actually makes money, sales are non-negotiable. You have to know how to sell. There are a lot of tactics that YouTubers are sharing that are outdated and tacky, and frankly, they just don't work. So in this video, I'm going to share with you some of my very best sales tips that are going to help you close clients a little more easily and hate sales a little bit less. This is just a taste of what I teach in my program, Revenue Spark, but it's going to be enough to help you really shift your mindset and also change the way that you approach your leads. Before we dive in, I want to be very clear that when we are talking about sales psychology, we are not talking about using mind tricks to get in people's heads and mess with them. That's not nice. We don't do that, nor does it even work. We're talking about how to better relate to your leads, have more fruitful conversations, build stronger relationships, and ultimately convert more leads into paying clients. I'm always telling my students this boils down to building relationships, okay? It's actually at the core of it, it's very simple. All right, sound good? Give this video a thumbs up and let's get to it. Tip number 1, sell yourself first. You can follow all of the best sales tips in the world, but if people don't like you, it's a moot point. If they don't like you as a human being, sales are going to be really, really hard. Your leads are considering buying you as much as they're considering buying your product or service. So the question then becomes, okay, so how do I get people to like me? How do I act? My best advice to you is to not act like anything. When you are being fake and trying to put on a show, they can smell it on you. And inauthenticity, is that a word? We're going to pretend it's a word. It's one of the biggest problems today in trying to build a business online. Too many people are so fake. Be authentic, be calm, be receptive, be friendly. It's in the words that you choose, it's in your tone. I'll get on a call with the lead and really quickly in the beginning, I might say, how you doing? Are you staying safe? And I'm asking that because of COVID. So I'm just trying to be warm and friendly. It's little details like that that can make a huge difference. Just be a nice human. That comes first. Tip number 2, ditch the pitch. Oh, the sales pitch. Let me explain what I mean here. Yes, you need to have a sales pitch prepared. But where a lot of people go wrong is they hard sell and they go right in with the pitch. Imagine having a conversation with someone in person, which is how people used to sell things. They would have conversations face to face. Imagine I walked up to a total stranger and said, hey, my name is Megan and I'm the owner of Spark Content Agency. Our services include SEO and keyword research and our rates start at $1,000 a month. No, going right in with your pre-rehearsed pitch only tells the lead that all you care about is getting their money, and they're not going to be receptive to that. Also, you don't know exactly what your leads need until you ask. Imagine if you went to the doctor and instead of telling them what was wrong, the doctor was like, I know what you need this, and this is how much it's gonna cost. They don't know what you need. I know it's a different field, but the same principles apply. Before you pitch, you need to be a little bit of a doctor. You need to ask them questions, figure out what they're struggling with, diagnose the problem, and then present a solution if you have one. Now, when you are ready to craft a powerful pitch, go watch these videos. I'll drop the links below. Tip number 3, help, don't sell. This is kind of what we were just talking about, but I want to call it out more specifically because it is just that important. No one wants to be sold to, but they are willing to spend money. However, you have to understand that what they're willing to spend money on is a solution, okay? So if you prioritize offering people solutions, then the money will naturally follow. If you prioritize making money, the money will not follow. I know it seems super backwards, but that is how it works. Help, don't sell. This is something I really stress to my students in Revenue Spark, and when they let it digest and they really own this concept of help, don't sell, You can see the light bulb go off, and it takes a ton of pressure off your shoulders because suddenly your motivation is different and it's better. We all want to help people. And if you want to make money, it's got to be about them, not you. But I'm telling you, the money will follow. Tip number 4 is to highlight benefits before features. This is more of a subtle shift, but it makes a huge difference. Check this out. A feature is something you offer, okay? So as an example, my agency, it's a blogging agency, and our services include SEO, okay? SEO is a feature. It's a service we offer. The benefit is what happens as a result of the feature. So once again, using my own business as an example, a benefit might be higher rankings in search results or more traffic to your website, okay? Those are the benefits that happen as a result of the feature, SEO. The reason we care about this difference is because benefits are going to speak to your leads more. It's going to resonate more because that's what they're paying for. They want to know how they're going to benefit. You're still eventually going to talk about both, but especially in the beginning, you want to emphasize benefits a little bit more than features. Keep in mind that people aren't just paying you to churn out work. All right, they can pay someone way less for that. They're paying you for results. Tip number 5 is listen more than you talk. Science has confirmed this. We are more engaged in conversations when we are active participants in them. Your conversations with your leads are a two-way street, okay? You should never be stretching. You should never be speaking for long stretches of time without asking them to engage back with you in some way. This also goes back to what we were saying earlier about how you need to diagnose the problem and figure out what they need. The only way to do that is to ask them questions and then let them talk. Tip number 6 is be a partner. This is sales psychology, but it's also about setting the right standards from the get-go. If you are an agency owner or a consultant or a freelancer, which most of my viewers are and most of my students in Revenue Spark are, then you are not an employee. You do not answer to clients. You do not work for them. You work with them. You're on the same level, okay? It's not like employee boss. It's you client, okay? I know it might seem counterintuitive, but the harder you try to prove that you're capable, the less capable you seem. You are not desperate to close the deal. You are confident that you can help them solve their problems. And you want to position yourself as an expert in your field, not someone looking for a job. They're going to pick up on this. They're going to pick up on whether you are acting like someone applying for a job or whether you're acting like an equal partner offering a solution. There's a huge difference. And I'm not saying that if you're someone looking for a job that's a bad thing. That's not what this conversation is. That's not true at all. I'm simply saying they are two very different things. Tip number 7, it is all about them. Your leads don't care about you. Why should they? They care about what they can get out of you. Something else they don't care about? You making more money. You care about that, but they don't. They want to know how you can help them. Sales isn't about making more money, okay? It's about solving their problems. And if you solve their problems, you're gonna make money. Are you noticing any patterns here? It's all about them, not you. But like I said, if you prioritize them, if you prioritize figuring out what their problems are and then solving those problems, the money will follow. It's logic. And speaking of money, tip number 8, save money for the end. Never hide your rates. Be proud of the money that you charge. I know that my agency is worth every penny, so I have no problem talking about money. I love talking about money. Bring it. But the reason that we try to save it for later in the conversation is that you need a chance to convey the value that you're going to bring, because that's ultimately what you're charging them for, value. Your leads need to understand how much you can help them so that by the time you do start talking about the price, it's going to be a no-brainer. They're going to understand why you are an investment and not an expense, and they're going to understand what they're investing in. Now, if earlier on, if a lead is pushing and pushing to try to get an idea of your rates, tell them, but also understand that this might be a red flag if all they care about is money, and they might not be a qualified lead. I've got a whole video on how to qualify your leads, so I'll leave that link in the description below. Tip number 9, embrace rejection. Rejection is not bad, okay? Rejection is redirection. It's the universe saying, no, don't go that way. Go another way. You will get turned down. And similarly, there will be times when you're communicating with a lead and you will think, I don't know about this person. And that's okay. Everyone is not an ideal client for you. You don't want to work with everyone. And especially if you find yourself getting rejected a lot, you need to look at the feedback. Ask what their objections are. Ask why they're saying no. And you might start to find patterns over time. You might start to find that all of these rejections have something in common, and that's going to help you revise your strategy so that your results are going to improve. By the way, you might be interested in this video that I have on overcoming sales objections, so I will drop that link below. If you hate sales, here's the good news. Your leads don't want to be sold to anyway. Have real conversations with people you think you can help. And you're going to find landing clients so much easier. If you're struggling to land clients and increase your money, I might be able to help. In my program, Revenue Spark, I work with agency owners, freelancers, and consultants to help them connect with their dream clients and ultimately earn more money. I'm leaving the link below where you can go to learn more about the program. You can see testimonials and the full course curriculum. And if you're interested, you can book a call with me to talk more. Please note that these are not coaching calls. I do not offer coaching calls outside of my students. If you made it this far, it's because you found this video helpful, and I would be so grateful if you could give it a thumbs up and tell YouTube that you like my content. If you have any questions, just drop them in a comment below, and I'll see you next time.